You're now tuning in live with DMEG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversations. Let's go! Couch Conversation with Danni Gyrl live. DMG Radio on fire. You listen and ride where you hear the hottest underground and independent music. Tune in with Couch Conversations where they talk about it. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. No, it ain't the Breakfast Club. It's Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Danni Gyrl going live. Killer! DMG Radio. Danni Gyrl live. Couch Conversation. You know what it is. Monsters.
Hey y'all, one more time. Welcome back to another episode of Couch Conversations. I am your host, Danni Gyrl, and I appreciate y'all for being here one more week. And we have a subject tonight that I am looking forward to discussing. Some of y'all know I had previously said we were going to get to this subject, and I put it off for a while. One, because it's kind of a touchy subject when you really get down to the nitty-gritty of it. And two, because it's a touchy subject. Today we are going to talk about surviving narcissism. I had a lot of people reach out to me about this one. So if you have a narcissistic person in your life, if you've dealt with a narcissistic person, this is the topic for you. Make sure y'all get y'all snacks, get y'all drinks, tag a friend, bring a friend, and we are going to get into this subject. So this subject is very personal for me. I dated a narcissist for 5 years. And if you've ever dated a narcissist, you know that it leaves a certain level of trauma in your life. Narcissists are some of the most hateable, lovable people you will ever come across. We just gonna get to it. So, first of all, let's talk about narcissism and what a narcissist is. Narcissism is a mental health disorder. It really is. It's also known as NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissists are usually people who think very highly of themselves. They need admiration. They believe others are inferior to them. They lack empathy for others. They lack sympathy for others. All of that, okay? They can be described as manipulative, cocky, selfish, patronizing, and demanding. A lot of them are overwhelmed with their own internal sadness. And they have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. So while we're talking about this, I'm just going to tell my story on today. So, like I said, I was with a narcissist for 5 years, and being with a narcissist is like being in an abusive relationship, literally. It's not always physically abusive. Not all narcissists are physical. But they are mentally and verbally abusive. Okay. Even when they're not physically abusive, there is abuse involved with the narcissist. First of all, let's just start with when you date a narcissist, they always start by love bombing. I actually have signs of how to identify a narcissist. Y'all, I took notes. I got pages of notes. So y'all bear with me. They start off charming, they start off love bombing. And if you don't know what a love bomb is, I have the exact definition of a love bomb. Let me find that for y'all. I want y'all to have the real. So love bombing is lavishing praise, gifts, etc., compliments insincerely. So they lavish you with these things, but they don't come from a sincere place. So that's what love bombing is. And narcissists love bomb in the beginning. So when you date a narcissist, they usually come off as the perfect person. In my case, it was somebody that I knew for years before we dated. We were friends, but just on a friend level, I did not have any idea that they were a narcissist. I just thought he was a really cool guy, and he was a really cool guy. When he started coming around, he was love bombing me. He was. Yes, they tell you everything you want to hear. So he was love bombing me. We were going on these dates that were just like amazing. And I knew he was a little cuckoo because we was friends, like I said. And after a few months, the love bombing stopped. And it started to become insults. So whereas in the beginning, it'll start off like, "You're so beautiful. You look so nice today." It'll start off like that. And then a few months down the line, you might hear some shit like, "I could find a bitch that look better than you." You know? So narcissists, they love bomb. And the love bombing is part of the cycle of abuse. If you don't know what the cycle of abuse is, I'm going to tell you briefly. So the cycle of abuse is when you get love bombed and then you get abused. So you might get love bombed for a month and get abused for a week or two, and then they try to fix the love bombing, the abuse with love bombing. Okay? It's like they'll take you on a date and then be mad at you that you went on the date because they'll tell you they had something else that they could be doing more important than being on this date with you. So it's like dysfunction. It's dysfunction. So narcissists do not like to be disappointed. They do not like to be rejected. They do not like to be told no. They do not like to feel like you are not giving them all your attention. And let me tell y'all my story about rejection with a narcissist. So, to all the people that thought I was so in love with this man, because everybody just thought I was so in love with this man. And I explained recently that it was not that I was so in love. It was, now I'm not going to say I didn't love him. I did love him, but I loved the person that I thought he was when he was love bombing me. So I'm not going to say I didn't love him. But it switched up so quick. It switched up. Y'all, I got to take my time with this. I got to take my time. I'm trying to rush through. I got an hour to talk to y'all. So, when you reject a narcissist, they don't handle it well. And like Pam said, that I showed the comment, they hate to be embarrassed. So this person that I was with, we had mutual friends, and I broke up with him. Okay. While I was at work, this man hopped my fence in my backyard, kicked my door in, and broke into my house. The police was called. I'm not going to go into all the detail. The police was called, and his reason for breaking into my house was his stuff was there and he lived there. The stalking that ensues after you break up with a narcissist is unreal. Let me tell y'all something. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, just go cold turkey, no contact. Okay? Don't try to wean yourself out of the relationship, because weaning is not gonna do it. You need to go cold turkey, no contact. Okay? And what that is you wake up and block them from the entirety of your life and just deal with the consequences. Because it's the more you trying to wean yourself away from the situation, the worse it gets. Okay? Now, for a lot of you that have watched the show, you know I am very open about having bipolar disorder. And if you know anything about bipolar disorder, it's emotional, and it takes you up and down. It's like being on an emotional roller coaster every day, all day. To date someone that's a narcissist and you have BPD is horrible, okay? Because you already deal with your own emotions, and then they say things to make you question yourself even more. So I'm starting a business, and the amount of times that I was told that I would fail was 100 times more than the amount of times that I was told I would succeed. Do you know how that messed with my psyche? Listen, the amount of times that you are disrespected in like in a narcissistic relationship is already like next level. But when you have to deal with that on top of your BPD, it sends you into manic episodes. Okay, and then let me tell y'all this: when you are dealing with somebody that is narcissist, they make you question your worth. They will make you question your worth. They will make you question everything about yourself. They really will. They will make you question everything about yourself. They are very preoccupied with appearance and success, and they are preoccupied with power and things like that. So they can come off controlling, because one thing that they will always want to do is make sure that they are making a certain appearance for the public. So when you are with a narcissist and y'all go in public, they want everything to appear perfect. Like y'all are a perfect couple. Y'all this perfect couple, right? But they also treat you the worst. You're their worst enemy. You are the op, okay? You are the op in the relationship, not other people, okay? Just know this. You are the op. So, they do smear campaigns. Let me tell y'all what a smear campaign is, because I'm jumping ahead of myself, but it's okay. I got a lot to get to. They do smear campaigns, and what a smear campaign is, before you can go and tell anybody the stuff that they did, they already go tell people the horrible, horrible, horrible stuff that you supposedly did to them. Okay? So, for instance, in my case, I was controlling, I was bitchy, I didn't want him to be a man. I wasn't letting him be a man. And I was always trying to tell him what to do. Now, for those of you that know my ex that I am referring to, because I'm not going to say his name, y'all know this is one person that you cannot tell to do anything. So for him to put out the whole smear campaign about me was crazy. He had me looking crazy. And then we have mutual friends. So the smear campaign was just so crazy. And I was finding out about it from our mutual friends. Now, the reason that it didn't get as bad as it could have gotten is because they were our mutual friends. So my friends knew enough about me and my personality to know that it wasn't me. They knew enough about him and his personality to know that it was him, not me. But they do these smear campaigns so that when you finally tell your truth, you look crazy, not them. They will go tell everybody what you're going to say and already make it so that you're crazy. So that when you come out and say this stuff, people just disregard it. Like, oh, she crazy like so-and-so said. This is what they do. This is what they do. Narcissist. They are a whole nother breed. And they never think that they're a narcissist. They never think that they're the problem. It's always you. Okay. Let me go back to some of these things on narcissists. They usually disappointed when they're not given favors or treatment that they deserve. They usually have a hard time getting along with other people. Answer that, please. They usually don't have friends, and when they do, it's only one or two because they've usually done their friends dirty. They have a certain level of entitlement, and believe it or not, it's usually more males than females that are narcissists. Now, I'm not saying females aren't, because there's some toxic narcissist females out there, but usually it's more males than females. Narcissists don't feel guilt. They don't feel guilt. They only feel shame and embarrassment. So if you think you're gonna try to run some game and manipulate a narcissist into hurting their feelings, and they don't feel that shit. They don't feel it. They don't feel it, okay? They only feel what shames them. They do not care about what hurts you, shames you, your feelings. They don't care. They have a certain level of entitlement. So they always think somebody else is envious of them. And let me tell you this, if you are in a relationship with a narcissistic person and you become successful, good luck. They are going to try to tear you down. So, as a lot of y'all know, I'm a promoter. That's not a secret. Y'all know I'm a promoter. And I have never heard so many people tell me that my partner that I was with called them and told them not to show up to my shows. Talking about the ultimate sabotage. Me and this man were living together, okay? And you're calling people telling them not to come to my shows. That's taking money out of our household. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was doing things that you would think would be building us up and making us grow, and he was tearing it down in the background. He was tearing it down in the background. He was tearing it down in the background. I started doing radio in 2016. Hey, Lyra, how you doing, baby? And the reason I stopped doing radio, I got into radio, messing with Lyra. I didn't even want to do radio. That was so funny. I just wanted to show. I got into radio, messing with Lyra. I got out of radio messing with him. I have not had somebody tear me down. It was like he would tell me I didn't need to do the show. I needed to wait until another time But then when I was doing the show, he would sit there and listen, and he would give feedback. And you know what? The feedback wasn't negative. That's what was crazy. He would give feedback, but then he would steadily tell me how I needed to stop doing the show, and it wasn't a good time to do the show. Oh, Lyra, no. Is this what was going on? See, me and Lyra, we should have had this conversation a long time ago, because apparently we was going through the same things and we wasn't talking to each other about it. So we got some catching up to do, ma'am. But yeah, you, like being with a narcissist is like being with your biggest op. That's really what it is. It's like being with your biggest op. The thing that is funny to me now is, which is why this is called surviving narcissism, because though I have survived that part of the relationship, I'm dealing with the after effects. And I'm going to go into that shortly. Before I go into that, I want to talk about supply. A lot of narcissists have to have supply, and if you don't know what supply is, I'm about to tell you. Most narcissists have more than one person that they deal with. They have 2, 3, 4 people that they deal with. That is what the supply is, okay? Now, in my case, it was myself and a baby mama and another person, right? We were all living in different places, so he was able to just do his thing and just do his thing. Now, me moving back to California is when the shit hit the fan, because now all of his realities and his lies and his supply started coming together. We started overlapping. They don't like to be without supply. So this is why it was 3 of us. He would get mad at the baby mama. He would come to me. He would get mad at me, go to the other girl, get mad at her, decide if he wanted to go back to me or the baby mama. I did not know this was going on. I didn't even realize that this man was a narcissist until we broke up. And I happened to be scrolling down TikTok one day, and there's a guy that I follow on TikTok who is a diagnosed narcissist, and he tries to help people to figure out if they're with a narcissist or if they are a narcissist. And he started running off these signs of a narcissist, and that's when I realized what the hell I had got myself into. Yes, everybody knows about him, right? So he is the person that introduced me to what NPD was. And it was the greatest thing ever, because right at that time, yes, Lee Hammock, he also goes under the name Mental Healthness. The supply. When you cut off a narcissist supply, they freak the hell out, okay? So I got posted about on Facebook. I got stalked a little bit. My mother got called on me. A few of my friends got called. It started getting out of control to get my attention. And let me tell y'all something about a narcissist. They can cry at the drop of a dime. They really should go into acting, because the amount of acting that they do is unreal, right? So I wanted to give y'all some signs of a narcissist. So Sherry, are you talking about my dude or your dude? Because yeah, I know my dude was crazy. I know that. I know that. I want to give y'all some signs of a narcissist, and there are 9 signs. 9 signs of a narcissist. So the first one is they start off. I know, Sherry, I know. I got stories for days, and I'm pretty sure you do too. Um, oh Lord, Andre done tapped in. Hey, Mr. Barnes. Okay. Hey, Mr. Terry. Okay, so we yours too. We gonna get into some sides of a narcissist. And number one is they start off charming. Um, they give constant compliments, love bombing. They emphasize compatibility in a short amount of time. They emphasize the relationship, y'all being together, and they come on very strong. That's the first side of a narcissist. Number two, they dominate conversations talking about themselves, how great they are, their accomplishments, and embellishing their talent. I find that to be true. I find that to be true. Um, One thing about a narcissist is they do not want to hear shit about you. They do not care. They do not care. They want to talk about themselves. If you have a conversation with a narcissist, I'm going to tell you how it goes. Okay, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Now, this is you. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going today? Mine is going good. But they won't ask about yours. They will never ask about yours. So when you say, oh, my day was going good too, let me tell you what happened. They're immediately going to cut you off and talk to you about their day, even though they didn't have anything to say 2 minutes ago. They're immediately going to cut you off because they don't give a fuck about your day. They don't give a damn about your day. They don't care what happened. You could tell them that you left your house, got robbed, got murdered, brought back to life, went to jail, got bailed out, your parents died, your kids ran away, and they will sit there and look at you with a blank ass face. They don't care. I have never seen nothing like it in my life. They do not care. They do not care. Your feelings are irrelevant. Like, so let me tell y'all where I'm at in life, okay, with my surviving narcissism. I want to date, right? I really want to date. I really want to put myself in a position to date. I really want to get out the house. I really want to have some male companionship because I haven't had that for a while. You know, I've been very open about being single, celibate, all that on this show. I'm very open with y'all. Y'all know a lot about my life. Um, my issue is I have issues from my previous relationship. So I question myself a lot, right? So I might meet somebody and be talking to somebody, and then I don't want to text them anymore, or I don't want to call them anymore because now I feel like I'm bothering them or I'm bugging them. Um, it's really affected my dating life. Can I just say that? I second guess everything because of how my previous relationship went, and things that you would normally do in a relationship, you can't do in a relationship with a narcissist. So I'm the type of person where I like to text people, good morning, hope you have a good day, you know, especially if we're talking or in a relationship. I like to do that. Um, my issue now though is that when I do it, it makes me nervous because I'm waiting for the reply, like leave me alone, or don't you have something to do, or you know, just the things that you get from a narcissist. So I've noticed that the things that I used to do in the relationship with the narcissist make me nervous now because they were so unwelcome, and it makes me second guess myself in a relationship. So now I'm trying to date, and I don't even know how to date anymore. I don't even. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, number 3 is they feed off compliments, they like to be praised, and they will fish for compliments. So I call it basically ego boosting. They love their ego boosted. If you can sit up and just boost a narcissist's ego all day, you'll probably be their best friend. I personally don't have that kind of time. Sherry said they only nice to you when they want something, which is actually true. My ex-boyfriend cussed me out, called me all kind of bitches, told me didn't call his phone no more, don't text him, leave him the fuck alone, stay out of his life. And then the next week, call me and ask me, could I co-sign for a car? Everybody does like they ego stroke, West, but it's a different kind of ego stroking. Like it's different. It's a different kind of ego stroke that a narcissist like. The fact that somebody can cuss me out and call me all kind of bitches and then ask me to co-sign for a car is insane. You know what's even more insane? To cuss me out, call me all kind of bitches, ask me to co-sign for a car, and I don't have a car. What the hell? Okay, y'all. I told y'all this was touchy. I done cried about this today and everything because this triggered the fuck out of me today. Studying about a narcissist and just reminiscing over what the hell I went through for 5 years. Number 4, they lack empathy. And I've said this several times since we've started. They lack empathy. They lack the ability to sympathize. They lack the skill to feel for others. They lack the, let me tell y'all something. Narcissists are attracted to empaths. So if you're an empathetic person, I hate to say you perfect prey, but you are. You're perfect prey. Now let me tell y'all what an empathy is. Okay? Let me tell y'all what an empathy is. Empath is a person with the ability to understand, feel, and possibly share a response to their experience. So as manipulative as a narcissist is, they can manipulate an empath even more because an empath is going to empathize with them. Sad but true. Empaths feel more empathy than the average person. So I'm going to pray for all the empaths out there watching my show, all the empathetic people. I'm going to pray for y'all. Y'all are prey for narcissists. And I hate to say that, but it's so true. Number 5, I said this before, narcissists don't have friends or they have very few friends. Reason being is because they have frequent conflicts with other people. They're very insecure. They're very hypersensitive. Yes, they want to be put on a pedestal. So, narcissists usually don't have friends because they start shit with other people. Now, we talking about personal experience today, right? So my ex, if y'all friends, the people that are friends with him on Facebook, y'all know what I am talking about. My ex goes on these Facebook rants. And the people that he rant with are always people that he helped, that have helped him out in some type of way. The amount of times that I have gotten screenshots of shit that he done said about me, even since we've broken up and I've moved on, is insane. Now, though, it's because I'm no contact. I am officially 4 months no contact, because it took me a long time to get to that. I'm officially 4 months complete no contact. Like, it's hard when you date somebody that you grew up with because they know where you live and they know where your family live and they know where you go to church and they know where you hang out and they know who your friends are. So it was hard going no contact, but I did. And I'm proud of myself. 4 months, no contact. I'm just like super excited. The mental toll that it takes on you when you are with a damn narcissist is crazy. Like, I'm still dealing with the mental effects. Lyra said, how many people, girl, I could just imagine how many people quit being your friend. The smear campaign. He did the smear campaign first. So yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine how many people stopped talking to you. And then you guys did business together. So on top of that, he probably went and did a smear campaign with all your business partners. Okay, so I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to the threats of self-harm. I'm gonna get back to that. Okay, it is still fresh, but let me tell you, we haven't been together for 2 years, okay? He cheated on me. And let me tell y'all how I found out. I was living in Vegas. He had a whole nother girlfriend in California. I was thinking he was coming to California to work and do security. And I ain't the type of woman to count nobody dollars. So, whatever he was making was on him. I'm thinking he coming out here to do security, right? This nigga out here living with he had 2 lives. He was living with a whole nother woman, okay? When I got to California, the shit hit the fan. Because not only did his friends start telling on him, let me tell y'all, God is amazing. One of my cousins hit me up and asked me how I knew him. And just so happened he was working security in California. And she was his supervisor. So she commenced to telling me about all his shenanigans. Now, would I have known if I'd have stayed in Vegas? Hell no. But the problem did not come when I found out. Because when I found out, I just bailed. And he was okay with that because he had other supply. We back to supply. He had other supply. Now, when his other supply got cut, that's when I started getting the backlash of not being with him anymore. That's when he started calling mutual friends and calling my mother. And let me tell y'all, we gonna go back to the threat of self-harm. Don't call my mama and tell my mama that you're suicidal because I blocked you out of my life. Don't call my friends crying on the phone because I blocked you. Don't try to friend request my kids and my ex-husband, who I don't even talk to. I don't even talk to my ex-husband. Trying to see what the hell I'm doing. That is insane. It's insane. But yeah, I went like, I tried to leave him alone and still be friends. And this is when I really started getting deep into the narcissism and the narcissistic personality disorder, that I was able to cut him off. And then when I found out that it was best to go no contact, that's what I did. I went no contact. I'm proud about it. I'm happy about it. And it's been peaceful. It's been peaceful because the threats of self-harm and I'm gonna kill myself and calling me, telling me you gonna bust out my best friend windows because you don't know where I'm at. That shit is insane. It's insane. They blame you for the stuff you are not doing because they are. Yeah, so then you get accused of cheating. It's always gonna be about cheating. They're always gonna tell you that you're doing something that they're doing. So if you want to know what a narcissist is doing, just listen to what they're accusing you of. They're going to accuse you of cheating. They're going to accuse you of lying. They're going to accuse you of gaslighting. They're going to accuse you of doing all these things. Listen, a weight, baby, 265 pounds, gone. Okay? Okay? Listen, you don't even know. You know what, Pam? I just want to get to the point where I'm in a mental space to date again. I want to move on. I want to be in a relationship, but I just don't want to carry toxic activity into another relationship. And it's bad enough dealing with my bipolar disorder, so I don't want to carry anything toxic into another relationship. um I just want to be able to move on and be comfortable in the space that I'm in, and be okay with whoever I'm with next. I want to be okay with that. I don't want to question whether or not I'm getting on their nerves, or whether or not they feel some type of way about me. um I don't want to question those things. I want to move on and be comfortable. I don't do pity parties. I don't even do pity parties with my kids. All right, Lyra. Shout out to Lyra. Go, girl. Celibacy is the correct thing to do. After leaving a narcissistic relationship, just for the simple fact that it allows you to clear your head and get your thoughts together and move on with a clean slate, and not drag toxic issues to the next situation. Um, they are worse than females, definitely. Uh, Definitely. Keela, let me tell y'all something. All the women around me, we having this conversation about these toxic ass people and these narcissistic ass people. And if you have a narcissistic man, don't bring your narcissistic man around me, okay? I love you, cousin, okay? But it's been a couple times your nigga got on my nerve in the past, because I didn't know he was a narcissist. I just knew he was a tidbit toxic. But yeah, y'all keep y'all narcissistic men at home, because never again for me either, okay? Um, I think, and I'm just putting this out here. I don't want to put this on him. I think I was married to a narcissist as well. I really thought about our relationship, and really took some time and thought about my marriage. And I said I was married to a narcissist. So I did 2 narcissistic relationships back to back. 2 long-term relationships. Breaking the trauma bond is the first step to freedom. Me and my ex that I was with more recently, that I've been talking about, we had a trauma bond, and I had to let it go. I had to realize that it was a trauma bond and let it go. But yeah, I was thinking about, I think I was married to a narcissist as well. Just thinking about the course of our relationship, and the stuff that he was doing, and the things that he would say, and the gaslighting. And he still gaslights me, which is why I had to go no contact from my ex-husband. He still gaslights me, or tries to anyway. It's just that I recognize the bullshit. Um, well, you know what? I laugh about it now. I laugh about it now. And you know what? I'm gonna just say this about being bipolar. I've had a lot of people tell me not to claim it. I've had people in my family say, "Oh, we're not gonna deal with it. We're not gonna talk about it." But I'm not gonna say I've accepted it, but I'm learning to deal with it, because as much as we don't claim it, it's still there. I still have excuse me. I still have bipolar episodes. Most of them are depressive, but the manic episodes be out of control. So I do know there's something there, and I'm not gonna just disregard it. it's been disregarded for too long. I didn't even get diagnosed until my 30s. So I want to deal with it to the best of my ability. I've been doing a lot of research on how to deal with it. I actually found out some stuff the other day to kind of help me deal with my manic episodes. And I feel like I'd have lived a better life if I would have got diagnosed before, for the simple fact that I realized that a lot of my 20s, I was living in a manic state. A lot of the things that I did were manic bipolar episodes. So I wish I would have got diagnosed earlier. I wish I could have dealt with it earlier. And I feel like I would have lived a little bit more of a productive life. But at the same time, since I have been diagnosed, I've been able to deal with it. I've been able to kind of get more of a grasp on it, because it's not completely under control, but I've gotten more of a grasp on it without having to be medicated. And at this point in life, I'm okay. I'm okay. I've done a lot of research, and I just try to keep it under control. So, yeah, I've had people tell me don't claim it, but as much as people want me to not claim it, I have to deal with it. It's part of my daily life, and it's something that I deal with on a daily basis. So, back to the subject at hand. I still have a couple more signs of narcissist. They pick on people a lot. They like to lower other people's self-esteem. They like to turn their teasing into bullying and being mean. It'll start off, yeah, Sherry, we got to do what we got to do. It'll start off, the teasing will be kind of like friendly joking, like how you would joke with your friend, and then it'll, eventually increase to bullying and being mean. They like reaction. They live off a reaction. So anything that they can do to you to get a rise out of you, to get a reaction out of you, that's what they're gonna do. Period. Narcissists feed on reaction. If you've had contact with a narcissist, they're very dramatic. They like to start arguments and things like that. All that for reaction. So one thing about a narcissist as well is they will make anything that feels good to you a horrible moment for you. So one of the things that I dealt with was on my event days, the days that I had to do an event, that I had to sing on the days. Thank you, Uncle Jason. I love you. The days that I had to sing, any day that I had to work, anything like that, it was always drama. If I'm getting dressed for the show, I'm trying to get in my zone. A lot of people that be around me know it. Sometimes it take all day for me to get into a good mental space. Sometimes I could get into a good mental space in 5 minutes. What I don't want is nobody coming and starting with me before I have to go on stage. And that seemed like to be a regular occurrence. And then they would never come support. They didn't come support anything I did. They always talked about it to other people. And then they started drama. So it was always constant bickering and things like that. I've never argued with a person about how I spend my money. And what I mean by that is, anybody that knows me know I spend money. I spend money. I spend money like it's coming out the water fountain. I be trying not to, but I do, okay? Usually it's in my home. I love spending money for things in the house because I like to upgrade constantly. I like to spend money on things that are beneficial. My couch conversation set, things that go toward events. I like to spend money on things that are going to make money. okay? And I don't want you coming to me telling me, oh, you spent all your money on your little couch conversations. You could have bought me a jacket. I am the sole owner of DMEG. I am the sole investor in DMEG. I am DMEG. At the end of the day, that's where my money goes. You know my kids, I invest in them too. They are part of DMEG. I've never had anybody tell me I do too much for my children. That's insane. But it was because I wasn't showing him attention. I was showing it to my children. I'm going to tell y'all now, this show going to be longer than an hour. I could tell y'all that because we already at 8:52 and I'm still on number 7. They will gaslight the hell out of you. We already talked about what gaslighting was, love bombing. Hold on, because I want to bring something to y'all. I got some stuff we gonna talk about. Hold on. Let me get to that with this gaslighting. Hold on. I took notes, y'all. Hold on. Let's talk about this gaslighting. So y'all see this? I'm gonna remove. It's part of gaslighting, okay? All of that. All of that is part of gaslighting. And at the core of it all, they will gaslight you to death, okay? One other thing that I know about narcissist is, okay, let me tell y'all this, and I know this from experience. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, if you tell them that you don't want to be with them anymore because you're looking for something specific in a relationship and they're not giving you that, they will transform to that. And I didn't realize this what was going on, and this is how I got trapped in this relationship for so long. After about a year, I told him that I didn't want to be with him, and I gave him a reason why, and then he turned into that, and that caused me to stay. So every time that I was unhappy and I wanted to leave, he would turn into whatever I needed to stay. Now, we broke up after 5 years because y'all gonna get a kick out of this. We broke up after 5 years because I told him from the beginning, once we're together 5 years, if you can't decide where we gonna go from there, I'm breaking up with you. So I broke up with him on our 5-year anniversary. I broke up with him. Why? Because he couldn't tell me what we were doing in our relationship. He decided he doesn't think he wants to get married again in the future and all this. Yeah, right? So he moved on with his other supply, and I moved on and decided to stay single, right? So after his other supply left him and went to where she was going, this man came back and asked me to marry him. We broke up because I wanted to get married and he didn't. And he came back after 2 years and out of the blue asked me to marry him. I said no. I knew what the setup was. I knew what the shenanigans was. I already knew he didn't want to marry me. He wanted me to think he wanted to marry me so that I would come back to him. talk about the ultimate gaslighting. Like, you gaslight somebody with marriage, right? Not only did he ask me to marry him, he asked me, could we go get married tomorrow? Not 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 2 weeks from now. Tomorrow. That's insane. You left me for 2 years and was somewhere else. And let me tell y'all, he was supposedly so in love with the other woman. So in love. You was trying to marry her, but she left your ass, and not even 2 months later, you want to marry me. And got mad because I said no. Boy, I'll tell you about people. Anyways, not went to get the marriage license. Oh, no. Oh, y'all. Thank y'all for letting me know that I am not going through this insanity alone. Thank y'all for letting me know. It is some other people out there dealing with a narcissist that's just as bad or worse than mine. Because, baby, narcissists always think they right. Let's say that too. They always think they right. They never apologize. They never compromise. They don't take responsibility. They don't hear your feelings. They don't understand nothing you're talking about when you talk to them about emotions. They don't like to lose control over anything. So when you're dealing with them, you might as well just suck it up. Suck it up if you stay in. If you're going to stay, suck it up. The funny thing about all of this was, in the process of me reading all of this, the fact that in so many of these, not a DA, oh my God, okay. The fact that so many of these actual things that I read, when it asks you, because like I was looking at coping strategies, how to cope with a narcissist, you would not believe how many of these things don't tell you to leave. They don't tell you to leave. So I thought that was crazy. Damn, all these niggas want to get married. Is that the out? So when they can't have their way, they want to get married? Is that what they do? Listen, we're going to be on this subject for a little while. Y'all get comfortable, okay? Because I have questions now. So I want to know how many people out there have dated a narcissist and the narcissist wanted to get married. I want to know now. Because is this the out? Is this where they go to when they can't have you no more? They just be like, yeah, let's get married. Yeah. Oh, God. So let's look at some signs of manipulation, okay? One is shaming. Shaming could be subtle sarcasm or direct attack. Is to trap you inside of the loop. The cycle of abuse, right? To trap you in the cycle of abuse. Number 2, guilt tripping. You're responsible for their shortcomings, and that also goes with projection. They will project their problems onto you. Number 4 is love bombing. We've talked about that the whole entire time we've been talking. Number 5, invalidation. Convincing you that you're too sensitive or too irrational. That's a big one right there. A narcissist will invalidate the hell out of you, your life, your career. You know what? I'm going to get back to that because I think my marriage was a trap. Oh my God. Y'all gonna make me light a blunt because this is getting good, okay? Invalidation. Most of these narcissists will invalidate the hell out of you. You, your job, your career, your kids, your extracurricular activities, your feelings, your personality. They will invalidate everything about you to make you feel this big. Oh, not the babies. Not they will. They will. They will. If you know me, y'all know my kids. I got 2 kids. 2. Andrew and Andre. Andrew and Andre are my only babies, and they grown, and I don't care. My kids don't have no kids, right? So until my kids have kids, they gonna be my baby. I don't care if they 45. Until they have kids, I'm gonna spoil the hell out of them because those are my only 2 babies. When you come tell me that I need to stop spoiling my children because they're grown, I'm gonna have an issue. Only because I only spoil my children to an extent. Um, my children were the greatest gifts I could have ever received. If you know anything about my kids, you know they smart, they talented. Andrew can play any instrument he picks up. Andrew has perfect pitch. Andrew can sing. Andrew is a musical creative genius. Okay. How I gave birth to this boy, I have no idea. I ask God every day. You saw fit for me to be his mama because the boy is a genius. Okay. Andre has his own musical thing going on too, but that's not where Andre is passionate at. Andre can literally break down anything and rebuild it. I have watched Andre rebuild PlayStations, computers, anything that he decides that he wants to rebuild, he can rebuild it. Do not come for my kids under no circumstances. None. I don't. It's never gonna work out positively. Never, 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 never. It's never gonna go the way that you think it's gonna go. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. So yeah, that didn't work out too good. They like to minimize your feelings and make you feel that you aren't important enough. Um, they want you to feel that your feelings don't warrant their consideration. Andre, Sherry said hi. Um, Narcissistic rage is a sudden onset of fury when they can't have their way. If you've dealt with narcissistic rage, you know that's a whole shit show. Narcissistic rage is like watching a grown ass person have a 5-year-old tantrum. That's what it's like. It's insane. It can lead to like physical stuff and stalking. It can lead to that. But for the most part, it's like watching a grown ass person throw a tantrum. They try to coerce you. Shout out to Cakey for my cup. Last night a DJ saved my life. Y'all know I'm from Fleet DJs. This my cup. Shout out to Cakey. They try to coerce you to force you to comply with things that they do. They'll use different ways to try to do it. And the future faking, which is what I was just talking about, but this is what they actually call it, future faking. This is creating an experience that they don't plan to fulfill. Do you know how many vacations I didn't plan? I've been on one. Do you know how many I didn't plan though? Do you know if you saw my booking.com and seen how many canceled hotels I have over the last few years up until me and this man broke up? I ain't made it to Laughlin yet. I've been going to Laughlin for 7 years, y'all. I ain't made it to Laughlin. I ain't made it to Arizona. I ain't made it to nowhere past Las Vegas. Oh my God, Andre! Dealing with a narcissist! Future faking. That is future faking. Don't offer the kids a job and don't give it to them. Don't do that. That's future faking. The wedding, all that shit. Future faking. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Don't nobody have time for that. I definitely don't. Because my thing is, I run a business. I have couch conversations. I plan events. I have clients that I do on the side. Some of y'all know I just spent the last couple days building a website. Like, I have clients, I have a company to run. I don't have time to be making vacation plans for them not to fall through. Like, that's a waste of my time. And time is money. Damn, time is money. Shit, my money. My money. Anyways, so I found some coping strategies, okay? What I need to do real quick, I need to take a commercial break. We have not had not one commercial break in this entire hour and 8 minutes that we've been on. I just got to take a quick commercial break. So we'll be right back, y'all. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
We're taking the nightlife to a whole nother level. Springfield, Illinois, and the surrounding area. Captain ENT and Mr. John Boy ENT probably present Jokes and Notes, the strictly R&B party in concert in the building. From the group Rude Boys, Joe Little performing all his hits. Saturday, March 30th. You don't have to say Joe Little. Are you lonely, baby? Joe Little live in concert. It's Jokes and Notes, Saturday, March 30th. From Barbershop 2 and the Bad Boys of Comedy. Comedian JD.
You offer them a piece of gum, they be like, no, I'm all right. No, if you ain't all right, I wouldn't have offered it to you. Matter of fact, take two, chew it with the paper on it. So every time you bite through the paper, you unlock the flavor, you dang breath.
This was all hosted by the legendary DJ Captain of the American Legion. Springfield, Illinois, host 809. Saturday night, March 30th. Also, it's the Battle of the Slow Jam. Old school versus the new school. It all happens at 8 p.m. $25 admission, $30 on the door. Call 217-899-7656.
Hey, welcome to Boss Daddy's, where we got the best ribs in the city, you dig? 3310 South Nellis, Suite 2526. Come down here. We open Tuesday through Saturday. And I got some ribs I got to tend to. That's enough right there. Don't show no more.
What it do? It's your boy Levon Kennedy, L's Up Levon, and right now I'm located inside 86 Sports, right here in Henderson on the beautiful Water Street District. Right now, as you can see, we're working on some embroidery. We are a one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. When it comes to garments, we got you. If you need silk screening, direct-to-film, heat transfer, embroidery, sublimation, or maybe you just need some blanks, we can take care of that for you right here at 86. So make sure you guys come see us, because everything that we do is in stock, one stop. We're not outsourcing for anything. So I hope to see you guys soon. L's up.
Shout out to all the businesses that submitted their videos for our commercial break. Tricky P Drummond and Boss Daddies. Shout out to them. They viral on TikTok right now. So if you want to find them, they're located in Vegas. You can always play this back and get the address, or you can hit me up. Shout out to Levon Kennedy, who is located in Henderson, Nevada. He does all kind of print work, embroidery, etc., etc. Hit him up. Candy Apple Heads, they are also located in Vegas. Miss Shannon Butler. So if you would like to get her information, you can hit me up as well. And the Little Joe concert will be in Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to my boy DeAndre Robinson, who will be opening for Little Joe of the Rude Boys. So shout out to everybody. Thank you for your commercials. Hey, Leisha, how you doing? So we are back. So before I get into these coping strategies, I want to talk about things that trigger a narcissist. There's 5 things that trigger a narcissist, and we gonna get into it. Number 1 is accountability. Anytime you ask them to be accountable for their drama, it's always gonna be some shenanigans. Just know that. Hey, Candy. Narcissists do not like to be accountable for anything. They have no accountability. Empathy triggers a narcissist as well. They don't like consequences. So if there are consequences to their actions, you gonna trigger them. They don't like setting boundaries. If you set boundaries with a narcissist, you for sure gonna trigger them, and you gonna have some issues. Also, walking away, cold turkey, no contact. That is going to trigger them more of any of the other 4. No contact, they can't handle that. It's consequences to no contact. It's consequences to walking away and blocking them. Stalking being one. So let's get to the coping strategies. 1 is setting boundaries. Now, if anybody knows how to set boundaries with a narcissist, put it in the comments, please. Because I've never known anybody to set boundaries with a narcissist and it work out. I tried on several occasions. So if anybody know how to set boundaries, please let me know. Number 2, seeking therapy. If you've dated a narcissist, you gonna need some therapy. For sure. You gonna need some therapy. 3, find a strong support system. A strong support system. Number 5, recognize the manipulation, which we went over already. Shaming, guilt, projection, love bombing, invalidation, minimization, narcissistic rage, coercion, and future faking. You have to recognize the manipulation. They are some of the most manipulative people that you'll ever want to meet. One thing that I seen, let me go back to that comment Andre put up. Marriage is a trap. So let me tell y'all about my damn marriage. I was married. We were together 7-8 years. I was married for 2 of those years. 3 if you want to count the year it took us to get a divorce. My problem with my ex-husband is I used to just think he was toxic, but the more I study, the more I realize he could be a narcissist too. The sarcasm, the guilt tripping, the love bombing, the invalidation, he fits a lot of these categories. And then he told me he married me to keep me. He didn't marry me because he loved me. He didn't marry me because he seen a future with me. He married me because he wanted to keep me, and he literally said he didn't want anybody else with me. I thought that was very selfish, and now looking back, it comes off as narcissistic. He was one of those people that would tell me I'm beautiful, but then 2 minutes later I'll be fat. Now, let me explain something to y'all about this scenario. For those of you that have seen me in person, I got this little second chin right here. I'm at my heaviest I have ever been in my life right now, okay? Somebody asked me the other day how much I weighed and said they wanted to slim down to my size. Baby, you would have to gain weight to get to my size. I weigh up 220 pounds, okay? I'm not ashamed. I weigh 220 pounds. Now, this is the heaviest I ever been in my life. And I'm not fat, okay? When I was married, I weighed 170 pounds. Now, I look back at those pictures now and my face was all sucked in and I didn't have none of this and all this was sucked in. And I actually looked like I was on crack, okay? Looking at the pictures. But the man was calling me fat, y'all. He was hiding food. He was calling me fat at 170 pounds. At 170 pounds, y'all, I probably wear a size 10, 11. I'm a 16 right now. This man called me fat. I'm just so like, the mental abuse that I have been through with men is insane. It is literally, it's insane. Okay. So for the people that wonder why I am like I am when it comes to dating and relationships and things like that, that's why. Okay. I wish I could have recognized the manipulation before I went into these relationships, but I didn't. So I ended up with 2 back-to-back narcissists. That was 12, 13 years of my life that I was with a narcissist, one or the other. The fact that I am not completely insane from the mental abuse, the gaslighting, the future faking, the invalidation, the minimization. I don't even know. But y'all, just, we getting to the end of this show, y'all. But I really wanted to talk about narcissists and kind of let y'all know my background a little bit with dealing with narcissists. It's a touchy subject. Because sometimes you feel like it was your fault, or you should have done something different, or you could have avoided it, or no. Let me finish off these coping strategies. Manage your expectations. I don't know how you manage your expectations with a narcissist, but this is what it says on the psych page, okay? Because I went to the psychologist's website. Choose your battles. That's almost unrealistic too. You can try to choose your battles with a narcissist. You can really try, but they'll pick a battle with anything. Anything. Do y'all know that when I worked for Danny Boy, we had to start locking the back door of the restaurant because this nigga would sneak in the back door and be in my office. And it would just be with shenanigans. Nothing purposeful, nothing promising, nothing important. He would sneak in the back door and just come in and talk shit to me. My job was working for Danny Boy. I ran his restaurant. I was the manager. I coordinated events at the restaurant, and I was his personal assistant. So I worked 12-hour days, 6 days a week. On Sundays, I would have to work sometimes if Danny was out of town, but for the most part, everybody had Sunday off. This man swore me and Danny was trying to enter into a relationship. If y'all know anything about Danny Boy, he's been going viral for the last 2 or 3 years about being gay. He lived with his boyfriend. How me and this man were trying to be in a relationship, I have no idea to this day. What I can tell you was Danny was a good friend to me. Danny was a good boss to me. Danny was protective of me. Even though we parted ways, and it wasn't on perfect terms. I don't have anything bad to say publicly about Danny. But the fact that this man accused me and my gay boss of trying to start a relationship was insane. That was really insane. I don't even know when the last time Danny was with a woman. Don't give me the lying. But yeah. So, dealing with a narcissist comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of bullshit, a lot of backlash. Backlash being from the smear campaigns that they do. The bullshit is just them and their life and their lifestyle. For those of you out there that are dealing with a narcissist, prayers going up to you. I hope you can find your way to go no contact, walk away and go cold turkey. Blocking. That's, you know what? That's the best thing that ever happened was blocking. You can block somebody from your life. You can block them from your social media. You can block them from calling you. Did y'all know you can block somebody from emailing y'all? Because I don't think y'all know, some of y'all know that. You can block people from emailing you. So when you want to go cold turkey, no contact, you really can. But those are all the signs of manipulation and the triggers of a narcissist, the coping strategies. We talked about the cycle of abuse. Trauma bonds, I really didn't get all the way into, but just know if you in a position where you're vulnerable, that's how I ended up with the second narcissist, because I was just finished divorcing the first one. If you're an empath, if you're in any type of situation where your guard is down and you are in a vulnerable place, just know you are perfect prey for a narcissist. Keep your guards up, keep your head on a swivel. If you're dating a narcissist, you might want to get you a restraining order just in case. You might want to protect yourself. Shout out to my friends that were around me and protected me. Shout out to my support system. I ain't gonna say no names, but shout out to my friend that pulled up and gave me that thing and told me if you need to use it, use it. Them the kind of people you need around you dealing with a narcissist, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So shout out to my support system. Shout out to the people that helped me get away. Big shout out to my bro. I ain't gonna say his name. The Loke. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna call you by your other name. K1. Shout out to K1. Thank you for really being a support system and holding the mirror up. Shout out to you, because that mirror needed to be held up. Thank you for sending me videos. Thank you for letting me know what kind of space I was in. Hey, Auntie Bridget. Shout out to you. Because sometimes we get in situations and our friends just be like, you know what, deal with it on your own. And God saw fit for me to have friends that I could really depend on to have my back and pull me through things. And I don't have many of them, but the couple that I got, the ones that survived the smear campaign, shout out to y'all. Okay, that's all I gotta say. And the fact that I'm solid speaks for itself. So, you know, I don't change. One thing about me, I don't change. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. If I don't like you, I tell you to your fucking face. Everybody know how I am. If I said it behind your back, I probably told you first, or I'm gonna tell you when I see you. So, you know, the people that survived the smear campaign are the people that really mean the most to me. My best friend, shout out to Tiffany. She went through a lot to protect me. She put herself and her family in danger to protect me. And sometimes we don't have friends like that. she stood strong. She stood strong. She wasn't giving up no information about me, and I appreciate that. It takes a lot for your friend to really hold you down when you dealing with a narcissist and they threatening everybody. And you know, I've had my house broke into twice by this person. He was stalking my best friend, following her to work, trying to catch her coming to my house. It's just been a lot over the years. So shout out to everybody that just held me down through all of that. It was a long 5 years. It was a long 7 years, because these last 2 years just trying to get away still been drama. But 4 months no contact, y'all. 4 months no contact. I'm so proud of myself. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I'm so at peace. Like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. But I got a couple of announcements we got to get to. Let's get to these upcoming events. Saturday. In your bag, Saturday, March 23rd, at the Talent Hub. It's their grand opening. My girl Yanni. Make sure y'all show up and support. We will be in the building, 123 East Baseline Street in San Bernardino. Show up, support, come out, support. Of course, I'm gonna be singing. That's why I'm on the flyer. April 20th, Let's Church is back. Y'all know this is the third Sunday of every month, so we getting it in. Christopher Dozier, Danye Thompson, God Shadow, G Smooth, Arista, Gigi Capri, Sharnetta Haywood, New Generation Youth Choir, and we will also have the Bond Servants back. So make sure that y'all come out. We had an amazing time last week. The turnout was a little skimpy, but the time was had, and we got in there and got out. Let me tell y'all something. For those of you that have been wanting to come, I got calls, people pulling up. Let me explain something to y'all real quick about Let's Church, okay? In case y'all didn't get the memo, it's a fundraiser. I do it every third Saturday. I'm always looking for people to be on that. So if you want to get on Let's Church, I'm right now booking for May. Get at me. Let's Church starts at 5 o'clock, okay? I want y'all to understand this. It starts at 5 o'clock. 5. Starts at 5 o'clock. We are done by 7, okay? This past week, we was done at 6:30. Let's Church is not a long, drawn-out program. It is a 2-hour concert. That's all it is. We have a strict time limit inside of the building, okay? So if you come pulling up at 7, we are going to be on our way home. If you are late, you might not get to sing, perform. We start at 5. We are timely. The latest I will start is 5:15, okay? If you coming out to support, pull up on time. We getting in, getting out. If you pulling up at 7, we going to be pulling off. 2 hours, okay? We have a strict time limit on the building. We have to be out by a certain time. I need y'all to pull up. Let's praise God, have church, and go home, okay? Also, 3rd annual Fashion, Music, and Cannabis Fest will be combined with the block party this year. So that's what we about to get into. Saturday, July 13th in West Covina, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. We currently have artist slots available. Please, if you want to get on the show, tap in with me. Let's chat. The slots are $20 for 10 minutes. Get at me. Just tap in with me. Vending spaces are available as well. The entry is free. VIP tables are available. All the information is on the flyer. If you have any questions, hit me at the number on the flyer. But y'all come out and support. We have a dope fashion show that KD puts together. The model started tapping in last night, so I know this is going to be dope. Y'all make sure y'all come out and support. It's going to be fun. I picked a time where we won't be dealing with no hurricane weather or none of the stuff that we've had to deal with the last 2 years. So y'all come out, get some good food, check out the vendors, hear some good music, just spend the day and chill. And it's sponsored by Diamond Smokes of Arizona and Nevada. And y'all come out and have a good time, okay? That's what we doing. We having a good time, and we just getting it in all day. It's good networking. We have artists come from all over the country. So yeah, y'all tap in if you would like to be a part. And booking has already started. So y'all might want to tap in early. The people that be waiting to the last minute, you might want to tap in now, because y'all be waiting to the last minute trying to get a slot or a vending spot, and it don't be available. So tap in early. If you would like to support Couch Conversations, please feel free to do so by Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, or Zelle. DMEG LLC or my phone number. Make sure that you just put in the notes Couch Conversations or CCL, and I know what it's going for. And the money that you send me always goes towards the show, whether it be the set or Cash App games, which we haven't played this season. So that's where the money goes for the show. Also, if you would like to get your commercial on, your promo, whatever, your event, if you would like me to announce it, please make sure that you contact me 702-578 or 6716, or you could email me at therealdannigirl@gmail.com. All my social media is at therealdannigirl, or you could email me at couchconversationslive@gmail.com, and my social media is Couch Conversations Live. Let's see. Next week on Couch Conversations, I will be doing Danny's Indie Artist Spotlight, so make sure you tune in for that. I'm going to have a couple indie artists that I'm going to be bringing on to introduce themselves, so y'all might want to tune in for that. And if you would like to be on the show, a lot of people been asking me, how do I get on the couch? If you would like to be on the couch, all you got to do is hit me up. You could email me, send me a message, or call me. All you got to do is hit me up, and we'll get you on the couch. Also, if I have any topics that I post that you would like to be a part of, we will be revisiting this narcissism. We'll actually be revisiting grief as well, and toxic families. If you would like to be on any of those shows, tap in with me, and I'll make sure that we get you the information so you can tap in and be a special guest. Or if you would just like to be on the couch, make sure you tap in with me. All right. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, especially to those who have tuned in week to week through all these seasons. We are here on season 4, episode 4. So that's amazing. Thank y'all. Sherry, you want to be on the couch? Girl, you could be on the couch. Call me. Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for y'all continued support. I know a lot of y'all been supporting me since season 1, and here we are. We gonna keep it going until y'all don't want to see it no more. So yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in one more week. And this was a good show, y'all. We hour and a half. Y'all know I be trying to keep it an hour, but thank y'all for tuning in. And as I always say when we end the show, peace, y'all. Have a divine night.